Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job? Then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
Young penny for baby say, if you are seeing her, will be ma, will be check. Why not HL? So we'll pay IT, won't be 1 year, so we'll pay support. Slam Technology say your #1 partner. Your office will US in ye, your office will Ghana, so ye, your numbers need good. So we should share IT classes, we will career coaching, we will support for business, cyber security, fraying, na your partner, your back fear wow. Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence. Phrases, ya baby piano, me and wow.
My name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of Tap. People, Tap is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana, if you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on Tap.
Tap send more, spend less.
All right, it was for more about SVTV Africa. So thank God it's Friday. It's also live on SVTV Africa. Me mo bi akwa ba sa so na me we she yeah Muslims no nuanum nkramofo no yeah barika de sala ami me we she mo munyina holiday na ekosen waku nentwie na ahen na waku mo amuku nentwie ni nya mo amfrɛ me ni Muslim parties ni nyina me se be bobodin a ewa pa aga squad Oman frame, but me wish munyina, me Muslim squads ni nyina. Nice one. Eti ene yabadia hey matadeo share link were very important. Ade babe discuss ene maybe a phone line and no be lawyer questions. Sisi UK omo hadwe ankasa. Sisi passport eji ama e masu den na esi. Home office for den ni omehu wom. Tricks omahunyama bi wo lawyers oba be ma run down na in some town mun share very important share mo bi na nkodi old formula 1 echi sisi omahu old formula 1 sisi yenim say be social formula 2 so someone for formula 1 ye the formula 2 na be di omochi just say ye passport no in some AC we until we be only on SVTV Africa. Making sure so be share. Maybe a phone line no we be lawyer question be and then we be no questions. Inti when him say phone line there I am the numbers to screen so. O we updates no dey brema tie ni ye na nkase wante. Ye nkrofo ni there and I on the number bi onim ne call let us say oh na ye. Internet many lawyer wisdom aka wise man solicitors every Fridays be amene no ha. Last week there baby son last week I'm on your year no ni around until last week wamba but this week no mo questions ni nyina no mo fampe me share link we share ya share as some of our can a very important matter day lawyer wisdom aka obi mo akwa aboko there
DJ Boko who design
Mr. Me pa me who say yes studio B is talking because studio A ya to studio A num sisia ya dwane ko studio B
Studio A, and that's where it's open, it's still working. So
Yeah, Juma, see, and BBI remote we won. BBI, Juma, call back or tunko for ye here, you bet me BBI online, video call, telephone call, BBI still.
BBI normal, BBI normal.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Studio,
Yeah, me who
yeah.
BBI. My SS, see, I know, I'm sure when my body not starting, yeah, I said, oh, I won't quite be one. Inquire there. Lawyer wisdom account. Lawyer see the chance to say behind the jar. I can't. Oh, they were by the ankle straight. I never pick your phone. My man could be some questions. Minimum just idea na here be phone line na pressure and door so nti yen anytime sisi a onko phone say den na omo ye home office for omo adwun sisi omo se den
Good evening and I'm sure so me just say actually I was say home office me know you can some time ago say abrofo say omo ye bibia omo tu omo bo ase no more statistics now. Just statistics now. And the answer number is not statistically based. Not evidence no ewo data no ewo the data no na kasa enye omo na omo asore keke na omo data no information na omo gigi no eno na omo gina so na omo de bibia. And say when we say we are obi British and now indefinite. We are unique. Ukra indefinite. But need British passport. Question being a question of law. British citizenship is a matter of law, a pure law. And yes, so what a year argument be brave, what Kasabi brave, what David. It is the law. The law says so. Is the law saying you are British? If the law says you are British, you are British. If you are not, you are not. You can write 100 pages essay. If you are not a British, you are not a British. What can I say? Mr. Shadi.
Yeah, Mr. Shadi, you got to know how is it 40 something years?
Yeah, I think 42 years or so.
Yeah,
application for British citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man and I am farmer.
Almost someone farmer. Over something farmer.
Yes.
About Susu, I know crampo no man to how man I 2.5 and answer.
How many indefinite?
Indefinite.
British media, Oman farmer, because a question of law. It is almost share of law no more. Mr. Shadi, are you a British? The answer is no. Was your father British when they gave birth to you? No. Was your mother British? No. Did you have indefinite leave? No. Did you stay in the UK for more than a year after indefinite leave? No. Into share a pure law. And the answer the British passport, the law has to show that Ubano is a British citizen. Ansana, the British passport. British passport is a security document because unyanya British passport ni pe woma betmenya sitna woma ema betmenya sitna wo generations after you can get stay depending on the circumstances. Ubetmiako, I think over 40 something countries without a visa. So usha na unya the British passport now. It's like a ticket to the world. It's like an Oyster card. And they are very, very strict when it comes to issuing the British passport. My name is Ukaya. Some years ago, Mr. Al Fayed, Sir Papana Harold's owner, is a millionaire. I mean, may he so rest in peace. I think he's gone. He's a multi-millionaire. Oscar. But British, for some money, British passport now. Indefinitely, but British passport can say one farmer now. I think almost say it is discretion. Almost pay, and I'm the mouth. Almost shame run also. Almost pay. Almost the almost pay. Almost farmer. I wait me across our perform. Almost say almost farmer. What? Almost farmer. Hey, almost dear. Indefinitely, wait now from back and forth. 2 or 2.5 years. Wait me across indefinitely. But British citizenship need here. So so it's a security document. It's a highly the advantages are many. And until they are very, very tough. Now wait, Anna, we share now saying trend be a started, DJ trend be a started. Sad trend no, and my person may come some enumerate. Trend now starting no, a year very, very serious. And to say I'm sure yeah, I better say never be brave. Now I better create some impression what say. A binom a application for British passport ama emofra binom emofra ne nye omuma eno nti na wan share na it's calling for additional evidence eno nti na make us say ansa na ombodi nsasame bi emra no mo it is purely based on evidence ombetimi capture the number of people who were issued British passport last year ombetimi capture the number of people who were issued British passport 10 years ago 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. The records are there, and their records do not lie, and everything is based on evidence. And answer na omba sisa emrabi amamba bisa bebino. It means how much is a trendy koso. Everything is being tallied. I must say, there must be something must be going on there. Now, on what NASA said, they want to check the rules or to change the rules. Now, let me go to the British Nationality Act 1981. Section 11 of the British Nationality Act 1981 said, so we are a British. Not say, we are British. Now, uba automatically no, uba no, a British. And say, we are British. And I will indefinite. Not say, uba no, UK ha. Automatically ubano okra British passport, British citizenship. American is okra British citizenship, and not a section 11 of the British Nationality Act. A child born in the UK whose father is a British, whose mother is a British, whose father has indefinite, the mother has indefinite or settled status. As long as you are born in the UK, automatically the child is a British citizen. And no, over to me, G British passport, Amawubano. Now, normally, say papa ni mamina warrior, not say ewuba, not papa no British, and mamini British. Okoye British passport, Amawubana, and yet too much of a problem because a worry for ena awu omuba omoji British passport, Amabufanity, and yet too much of a big deal. The problem arises from the single parents and mostly is from a man, not a man. The issue we are talking about now is affecting a man particularly. Oba the son was running back in her belly, in her womb, on one womb and one to make catching so yet dear and interest of any pan and on one is running back. A man, we are having the issues, we are having the problems. Say everything actually say abufana yema ana omunya yema. That is where we are having the difficulties. So that is where I want to focus on now. And the section 11 of the British Nationality Act 1981 said we are British and all indefinite. Now we will buy automatically the ubano or a British citizen. And the problem now. Section 12 has to do with we soldiers for no military for no more the army no, the British army. So balance every British citizen. Now about section 13. Section 13 say emra wo ubano onishi papa no onishi mama no so nishi papa ne asitna mama ne asitna ana wa asitna kra anya indefinite e be 2.5 years ni bi abofano wo ubano nso banya 2.5 ni bi. But se papa ne ebenya ni indefinite leave to remain anani mama ne konya ni indefinite leave to remain or to register with Bano as a British citizen. So this is the difference. So okra indefinite now automatically ubano or you're British. So unkra indefinite, not say UK ha ubano or you're British. But say later, ubenya indefinite, ubenya register ubano as a British citizen. So that is the difference. One is automatic and one is by registration. After ni papa anani mame anya indefinite leave to remain. So papa ninya, you can register the child as a British. So mame ninya in temwa, you can register the child as a British citizen. It doesn't matter which of them gets it first. And they don't all have to get it at the same time. So bakunya, you can register that child as a British citizen. And we are section 1.3. There's another provision, Abufan a British citizen, and we are section 1.4 of the British Nationality Act 1981. And which has said, Papa Waba Krumha, Wawa, Ubano, Unia Sitna, Papa Unia Sitna, Mamin Sunia Sitna. Now, so Abufan UK for the first 10 years of his life, the first 10 years of the child's life. On two kwanda. In fact, what two kwampua was hung up within 90 days. One could do more than 90 days outside of the UK. With the child's red book, the child's birth certificate, the school letters, the school reports, and everything. Just Abufana Nakuma for the first 10 years of the Abufana life. You can register the child as a British citizen. So the registration takes effect under section 1.3 and section 1.4. Section 1.3 is registration as a British based on the parents becoming settled. Section 1.4 is the registration of the child based on the child being in the UK for 10 years, first 10 years of their life. So that is it. So there are different ways to me afaso anya British citizenship amawuba. Now, so the area of concern no se CIA kasa hone say. So we share trend na air course no. It's got to do with Section 1.1 hono and a problem no eba. And yes, section 1.2, and yes, section 1.3, and yes, section 1.4. But section 1.1 hono what we have papa will say me were indefinite. And I'm a British citizen. And don't say me kwa British passport ama me bana ma wono. A hono and a problems eba. A hono na issues eba ho. So I want to look at it and go into a bit of detail and take it slowly. And this papa makasa mami phone the omuni how. So mami no were indefinite. Nase. Well,
Animbo. Yes, oh, move on, chami. Some mute me. Oh, anyway, me see you streaming live. Your YouTube page, SVTV Africa. So you streaming live. Facebook, SVTV Africa. TikTok, so you streaming live. Also on SVTV Africa your page and also so try there. Many lawyer wisdom wise man solicitors every Fridays we are from 5:30 to 7. Now that information on the ban a very important. A ban British book. Yes, book passport no insensembia epie wo ho. Ye jama yen koda ne ade. Yes, Formula 1 bi wo ni ade na ya no for no say omo Formula 1. Sisi I best social Formula 2. Omo de ba 2 ye be ko Formula 3. Formula 3. Ye best something muntie a very important share link we mo obi. Enye de bia na bia obehu yen on TikTok live but follow yen on YouTube SVTV Africa ko profile page na tap so ade a wo show on TikTok do behu yen wo subscribe wo ho question bia obeso obi sa na we bisa no okasa wi a mebie phone line no the WhatsApp number now question bia obeso bisa na question time we bisa lawyer wisdom aka wise man solicitors champion lawyer oye heavy pa lawyer yen ko
Thank you, DJ. Midase. Yo, Midamwase. Not DJ or Kasana, or I muted it. Thank God that he got it and got back on. Right. So now I was explaining the different rules, laws that govern the citizenship. We bought Section 1.1 of the British Nationality Act 1981, Section 1.2, Section 1.3, Section 1.4. Of course, we have Section 2.1, Section 2.2, and down. Hey, we are British outside the UK. The rules are there. If you're a British citizen other than by descent, it is possible to have your British passport for the child and not children. That is all. But and then my focus is on Section 1.1 for a man, not a man, particularly because Obadia, Onwana was Swaniba, Onwana Swani Yin saying, Onwana Wawoniba, and say, my men indefinite and are a Britisher, not Nibana, a Bayer British citizen automatically. But a man, one home office, passport office, now saying I will be some additional requirements. Adentina Omobisa sa. Remember 2 examples. DJ Obi Eba Ekromha Mahe Webi decision be Obi Eba UK ha 7 months time. And I over 7 months. Oba Kromha 7 months exactly. And I wobble free. And now Obama a wo Kromha no was say ono ni abofra papa. Anonte or the British passport ama abofra. And the home office for besides said, so what say when the abofra papa? And yeah, I dear in a chile come now, mamma no on yen say oh in chrono, not hobby because yen say 9 months, yen say 7 months, and abofra so on your premature baby or your full term. Full term is 9 months. A dear in a chest and not over a sour chrono so time mamma on yen saying, I didn't so any DHL, you find a DHL. And the proof to us and not over a chrono so at the time now mamma on yen saying, what is your evidence? O passport, ever him. Visa bang and now what o passport number. Ticket, excess and not over o chrome honor. Time now mamma and yen saying not over. Pictures, Bennett says, I won't make pictures. Pictures credit me film, but a dear nature says, not at the date, at the time, the month of the conception. A dear nature. And the home office, passport office, visa idea, when to make a young, no papa so, no crown on your application in my about baby, on your British passport. And year 1, and year 2, and year 3. 3 different cases. And the air banisano. Ma wɔn bin sɛ bia na mmɔfra no ana abɔfra no ɛnyɛ wo ba wo den na akɔda abɔfra no so na wo ba bɛgye British passport ama abɔfra yɛnti because of the trend na ɛkɔ so no nti ebinom baeɛ as students ntumi ankɔ school no wɔntumi ankɔ school no nti wafanye nsan no wawo papa yi sɛ ɔno ne abɔfra yi papa ɔmo so yɛ oyate. No problem. We'll see when you have a paper. But you hear additional evidence. I can't wait to say I'm when you have a paper. And son, yeah, the Abofrana British passports now. Eddie Aman. And look, a student. Obenso by as a health and care worker. When to me and school soon. And now, when to sponsorship license has been revoked. And now on it near on any buyer. I want to match it out when you're saying. Home office, passport office say. Yejitum se una wawo ba no nanso papa na osi oye abofra ne papa no ye pɛ some information efi no ho ebe kyerɛ sɛ ɔno ne abofra ne papa ampa ansana ye the British passports na adi ama abofra no ne enti ɔmo yɛ sa ne sɛ British passport no sɛ maare ne nyanya pɛ ne ma na ɛwɔ outside nyina ɔbɛtene di ɔmo nso edi aba abɛka ɔmo ho ɛwɔ from ha. My men so no only sit now, or better sit now based on the banner or a British citizen. And a whole lot of things can change, a whole lot of applications can be made based on Abu Fraba Kuna or a British Nente. And none so county And yet, and then one almost into the future. I should say, a mama me we are, name Massang and a beba, name the animal sang, the Busia for sang and a beba. And so that is what they look at. Because of this trend, now saying home office every Sunday, maybe some go through. Now, yen to your was say, oh, yeah, papa, no, sir. Who person who got the British passport, Emma will bar. And yes, I only mamma worry. If you only one of the one night stand, the Anna, mamma yen say, would the application of Kwako to Mama will bar after the child is born. These are some of the information will be here. Now with the account. And may actually not yet to me, I should set your number a year so that by the time I will call the British passport for Ubana. Say be there, not be there. And now one can say the back home once and with the account, not and quite a creative problem. And to number one, I must say, you have to produce the baby's red book. The baby's red books issued to you when the child was born. In UK, sir, what? Mammy, for your mom, I did friend the red book. I just a weighing card those times in Ghana, but I had a friend the red book. And note has all the details of my menu and Abofrano, sometimes of Papa so red book, I believe, so Papa details. Now, sir, Akosia, what the red book echo? Time now when you say, Kojo ding and a house on only Abofray Papa. Your friend Kojo, or friend Papa, your friend Kojo. And to GP for not capture Kojo, our horse on only Abofray Papa. Meanwhile, time now, ya one year, no. One year, no. Yow. Ena, needing Akoda Abofani birth certificate to say on only Abofray Papa. Or Kakoji British passport, Amano. A banny sang and a kojo, needing what GP horse on only Abofray Papa. Didn't I share the red book, no, the child's red book, no mono. On number Sasa Abadani Kojo at the time I Okakoji British passport, Ama Abofan, and a timer. A British birth certificate number Bufano. A banny sang and a kojo, Akodania. And no, Etimema, Omo doubt, he said. Biana, and ya, any Abofan Papa Ampa. Nti for additional documents, Ebra. And you see one, for Abofan red book, Ebra. Yen shahosu ye pa. And to my main, so when them say, yaw, ne Abofan Papa, Uko GP, my yaw. Ding end that from the beginning. And yes, sir, could you better hope, then later, you have that birth certificate. Ebasa, it creates doubt in their mind. For all you know, that is the truth. But that is not what will make them believe. But the evidence and the they can't go into your mind to read. They are not mind readers. They can't go into your head to see what is the truth. Evidence now with the corner. And no. So now making a decision. And here number one. Number two, almost say, Papa, who are indefinite, Papa, who are British, yet here. Sir, only or Barbie and him, not all for the British passport a manner. Obey and you right? Who got for the British passport? Ama Abufana. And yet, today, addresses are what's not here first. Uba from her addresses are what's not here, they want to know. Obama's addresses are what not na ye per se home. Yes, sure, sir. Papa no Manchester. Mamma who are London. Moon shiada into a barney sang enna. Will say, Papa, in Papa. I don't say, then they want to see. So they said, address history of yourself, the child's mother, and also supporting documents to confirm that these are the places they want to know. There's a reason why they are asking that. Number three, a person who said, marriage status. Mame wo bano, wo fi Ghana bano, wo si wa worry, because your culture say won't worry. Visa ni empa mountain, wo si wa worry. Okay, what about you now? What can only people talk on you know? A person who said, wo jai aware ansana one obi ansana wo bana na one the pana one no Ghana no one nenyi that's so aware ansana wo bana. There's a reason. The reason is that section 50 subsection 9A of the British Nationality Act 1981 a child's father is, let me just paraphrase, a child's father is the man to whom the mother is married at the time the child is born. In other words, abofra ne papa no oye ne mame kunu. And abofra ne mame kunu no ono ne abofra ne papa. Abofra no ne mame kunu no atama ye wo abofra no ono ne abofra ne papa. Enti mame uba wosi wa ware kojo. Wabadu ha wosi oni yaw na anyinsan. Woni kojo so mo nyaaye. Sa uba na abofra no oye kojo ba onye yaw pa. Because woda so any kojo eware. And this a woni yaw and anyinsan wa hampo a abofra no oye kojo ba. And that is why it says section 50 subsection 9A say abofra ne papa eye maame no kunu wo mreku a time aye wo abofra no se maame ne obi aware a ene saa ne pa no one abofra ne papa. They want to know say maame wo ba no wa ware ana wo ware ana wo ba no wo gu saa ware na nsa na wo ba no se wo nyangu saa ware na ombeka say yes bia wo ne yaw na wo ye na nso abofra no onye yaw ba oye kojo ba because wo ne kojo da so ware and no nte and I'm obisa sa question omo nka nte o ne enti am obisa no but yet me hu behind the questions we go beyond question am obisa no to read what the implication of that question is and no nte na yes law no and yet just about reading the sentences and reading the words it has more interpretation and meaning and implications and to me no me hu question now straight away I know what the caseworker is thinking. We know what they are driving at. You might not understand it that way. You just read the sentences and then you provide everything for them. Anyway, I had a call from Obi. Na here information be about application be papa iwayama nema. Papa ya application ama ne master on the program. Or no a health and care worker. Or no all your application no. Or no what di let it be if emofra ne maame ho e di kan ho se maame ne se wa ma to me se emofra ne ko ka on papa ho straight away I know what that is. It's going to be a refusal because when to mean say you have sole responsibility. When to mean say you are the sole surviving parent. When to mean say you have sole responsibility and I want to mean to say there are any serious compelling compassionate circumstances why the case should come to you. Straight away they will refuse the application. But because now or no enemonenti or this information no edi koye. But usha emrano you know what is so responsibility. The case of TD Yemen. If you know these things, you know how not to commit yourself into some difficulty. So they ask for marriage certificate, they ask for your marriage status. What go awarena ansana o banana. So what go awarena enya ubano eye ukunu ni papa. So wongo na enya ubano ni papa ye ukunu no. So that is why they ask this question. Then the next thing they ask is divorce documents. For what? Divorce documents for abofrani papa no. They ask these questions. Say, when to me anjra, it means that you are not the father of the child. Omo emfa British passports no. Emfa emma ubana. Another very important thing I hear omo bisa nanseng based on the trend is say one. Almost say provide evidence of the child benefits awoji amawubana. So owoji child benefits and yet for evidence bra. Almost say child benefit details supporting documents and supporting documents. Owoji child benefit amawubana na se wonji a adenti na wonji se woji nso a any for supporting documents no na eka ho na omo se amfa woji child benefit ama ubano. Now papa a wo krom ha wo sitna dear, this is your first child or second child. It's expected that over the child benefits Eddie Amano. And then say, now say, Sadi na Omobisa, and say, when himself for your British passport, I'm a bano. When require when you have a friend, mamma, and worry. When the British passport, I'm a bana. And next year, make sure, we are eligible to apply for child benefits, NAG, child benefits, no, Emma Ubano. Now, oh, qua. What is that evidence? Maybe can application and now get it ready. So I'm about every so you have it now with it amount. Another thing is based on the trend now air person said almost be sample pre and postnatal records. Pre/postnatal records issued by the health authorities, example hospital or GP. My men started friends, onion saying prenatal appointments at the GP or the hospital. They want to see all those records. All those records. British passport, they are asking for all these things. All these things. All these things. And the one found consular, they will refuse the application for your child's British passport. Ubano. And yeah, they are the British passport. And they're asking prenatal appointments. GP are working now, they want all those appointments records. What would they ban postnatal? They want evidence of all the records, all the letters, all the invitations. They want evidence of all of that. And Sana on the issue, Abu Fana British passport, Eddie Amana. A serious. British passport back are on the money. So they want pre/postnatal records issued by the GP or issued by the hospital. They want to see all of this. It is very, very essential that you keep these records. And Sana, they will consider the British passport application for your child. Especially, this is for men who are applying for British passport for their children or for their child. I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men who are applying for British passport for their child. And see, that is what it is. Again, another problem, another Wahala party said. I want to be said, so we see Abu Freya Uba Ampa. So Papa no see Abu Freya Uba Ampa. And yet, for pictures, I won't Abu Freya Mame, a try from timer, when you say, confirm timer, ye Wabu Fano, and beyond. I'm here pictures. I'm see photos of both parents together before and after the child was born. And say, oh, your baby idea, what could child once be and yet full-time case. But if there was a one-off away game, be a couple. Now, crowds Rosa or Barnaby pictures. Home Office, Passport Office for say, you have to produce pictures of Woni Abu Fani Mame before the child was born and Woni Abu Fani Mame after the child was born. You need evidence. You need evidence. Pictures, 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 pictures. The Home Office wants pictures. The Passport Office needs pictures. And Sana on the issue banner the British passport. And no on the side. This one they're asking for picture for the man and the woman before the child was born, and the man and the woman after the child was born. Another thing they're asking for is they want progressive photographs of child from birth to now with both parents. And here we will find our hospital, no, Papa and Mommy pictures with the child. 1 week, pictures of Papa and Mommy and Abufano. 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. They want pictures of who and Wubano and any Mommy. Different stages, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. Different stages. I'm a friend of progressive pictures of you and your child and the child's mother. And the papa who quite sign ama wubano. Papa who did application to ama wubano British passport. Almost see, almost here pictures of who any wubano and any mame from the day you were wubano step by step by step by step. So when the pictures are straight away, Chirom said, I will free on yet wuba and say, sir, application away and yeah, yet the ever mouth. So bear that in mind. British passport by 20, the evidence I have is it's a lot. It's a lot. Another very important thing I will be as I say, I shared this, so this almost the details of your children. If your bami will be Wosi woniba, wonkwa na woba, wonkwa na wo, woniba. Wabadu ha, wawoba wa ha. Almost say, fa, woman na wo nyina no, fa omodin ebra. Bia na wamfa wo managing and to application form no so. Wo ba no wamfa wo managing and to application form no so. I know nkyerɛ sɛ wontumi emfa omodin enka ho. Possible sir, it's an omission, it's an error. And to correct me a DNA with woman or more outside the UK, not with the evidence that the account said, me many, me or barco, me no me answer, and we now details me. Their full name, their date of birth, their place of birth, and who the children were living with before you traveled. So if they were living with you, well, of course, will be the same information in every account. And of course, details of Papanus. The ma nyinaa as I said, or disclose this information in and yes, they would doubt whether he is truly the father of the child or British passport application at Yamana. It is important. There's a reason why they ask these questions. Now I'm saying Obi Echo interview recently. Interview now occurring na Omo Bisani said Ukuno Obano Home Bisani said Ukuno or ma or si Davy or Nima Ukuno Wawarida or si Davy on Warida. One can't tell me so Wawarida. Now Omo Bisani said, would you say Ukuno or Nima or say Home Office a decision. Almost refuse application. Almost say Ukuno. In fact, now there was a divorce crampo, but they interviewed they interviewed only the woman, even though there was a divorce. The man wasn't there to respond. They interviewed the woman only. Almost say, my papa no, or the mofra miensa or UK ha. Me ding eda mofra miensa so say, ye ne ma. Nti wo ne ne ware no. The time now, what was abofra mienu no, it was the same time I went in our until you can't say you have no idea about it. They refuse that application. In fact, we have to appeal because because of an kind credit, I don't think our any good. You can't hold that against the woman. You have to challenge it. So you appealed against that decision. So that is what it is. They want to be sure, sir, all your children, you list them. Papa need money, you list them in support of the application. And the way we have Papa no, we application ama umano. Me papa no, me kwa British passport ama me bano. As a semi chrese, me wo emofra for bi ana me ne emofra bi abio. That is what they want to know. Now, semi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not masan kubium semi was the sixth one. They begin to wonder if truly this child is my child. That is not to say there's a number or limit on number of children anybody should have, but because of the trend, because of Senyama economy, and they do these checks. British passport for the children to say no, and my true, you have to make sure that you have all the documents they need before you submit the application. Another important thing I want to say. Now, not only the account said documentation to confirm your status. Into your banner, Papa Nidia, in himself a British and all quite indefinite, or any problem. But Obana Wawu Abufano, a sitting on that banner, said, Unia sitna, almost dear, Unia sitnancy, and Untina, who sick Ubana British and not fast of you are sitna. Now, that is also a thought. Now, who are sitna? That is no biggie. That's not a big deal because who are sitna? And a OG application based on Uba or a British citizen. I don't know, it's not a problem as such. But Unia sits now, then it makes them begin to think double. So let's take note of that as well. And then almost your passport now would be buying or buying. They want that passport. Passport now or ban at the back they want that passport as well. And don't say to get a British citizenship for your child now, it's not a walk in the park. If you are married, that's a different matter altogether. But if it is just a relationship, not partnership or motive together, but just a one-off, just like that, just once, one-off. Now, British and I'm saying it's becoming a bit of and ask. So please take note of this. Now, I want two more information about say DNA and compulsory. I want that. I want DNA no. And your compulsory. Okay, your DNA. What the bar? You better check. Now they are sitting on and I the British passport no edi ama banner. DNA and your compulsory. What the bar? Now you're positive. You better check so the passport no ever more. One farm mounswa. Yeah, the young country. Near would the buyer no, and no sooner ever check. Near the decision said, Abofano, a uba, and on uba. Oman Casa DNA composer, was David in your composer, Uka, Upa Mania. We are, Yabesha. One young swat, near Udiabano, Yabesha. And more likely than not, the Bakacho said, look, would the DNA count a positive? You have a good case. One fan count in swat. They will not tell you, sir, among countries, one per DNA I'm counting the area to David. Omaka say, information out with the Abano is swat. And yet sufficient for them to conclude or to make a decision, say, Ubano, a British citizen. Now, crack, no. British passport, but you ama Ubanente. No one will say. Both parents may be required to attend an interview in His Majesty's Passport Office in London or in Scotland or wherever it is, Glasgow or wherever it is. Are you willing to attend an interview? Now, Uko can say no, pet, just say, wow, when himself will pay your Uber, and then you don't want to go forward. Because when him pass, I will pay your Uber, you will go every length. You will go all length to make sure, say, Ubana, Obanyani British passport. And see, both parents may be asked to attend an interview at His Majesty's Passport Office, either in Glasgow, in London, or anywhere else. Would you attend? And I know what Jamus Hammer. Now, and I'm a candidate to say, you'll be confident enough to say, I will attend. Then you have to consider twice. So when you say on your bar, then why are you applying for the child in the first place? That is not right. So, DJ, it is an issue. It's a big issue. British passport application for children from their fathers. Now, you need to make sure you have pictures of the woman, pictures of you and the child from when the child was born, in the hospital, every stage, different. Mama say 1 month, 2 months. We need to check the pictures 3 months. We need to check pictures 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. We check the picture hospital hono or papa wono or hobi. Yawa planning what's on the moon? We need to check the pictures 2 weeks, 1 month. Naming ceremony.
Okay. Enyama omo kika gay. Nti yɛmfa sɛ one shot sɛ na woka ɛbia waba Ghana one shot bi na ɔde akɔ ɔde kɔ a saa nyama a mo bisebise mi meti Ghana saa nyama a mo bisebise me de nyama mo
someone himself went to me and passport near famo
and then mo ye bi mo de mo nkrofo de bia no mo street no mo nyama kuntan saa ade
sir. When you sure.
And then the passport will no money restrictions. Okay, well, and also yeah, Crawford na bine, yanumu bine, we format omo use amoma na amoma be radio. I don't think so. Previously, this idea yet is. I don't think.
Let you come on, let you come on. But from the beginning, in my example, we have a grown 7 months, 6 months, Uber. Pregnancy is 9 months.
7 months, 9 months. In a 7 months, I don't Uber.
Exactly. And the treasure on your man sana over. And the only man sana Uber. Won't remember here or be from her. Nine castle or no near Bufani Papa. You get my point.
Okay, but I know so they depend. Nipa ne ba Ghana na obebo na kumijeke na nipa ne ba back na
very good. So ba Ghana who call Ghana na obobo away game a almost bring your passport no stamp na your passport no set who call Ghana stamp na it is o visa with ticket now they call Ghana no produce that evidence as not who Ghana at the time of the match. And see, so, when the evidence man shows that when the game was going on, you were in Ghana at the time. And yeah, then like I said, we have a paper. And long time I'm like, trend, you know, I'm on who trend, you know, I'm on who pattern, I'm on statistics now. It's about 8 months, 7 months, it's about students, it's about health and care. Within short time, all about new being about area or changing formula. No? So I'm a statistics building up. I'm say okay, the statistics may building up so now. And yeah, who want 4.2 and now 4.2 yes, there's a subtractions no for evidence brand. It's just a ampa. Mania, it is all based on the evidence or the statistics they collect. That is what makes them demand. British passport before when you're Obama. Kenyama Yedisa.
Lawyer, so we the NBA phone line and no more BB. So we say comment section be go.
Yanko.
Over picking lines now. Okay, you can share live on YouTube at SVTV Africa. There be a 1 minute war and they stream so a Facebook page SVTV Africa. So now TikTok for. Me who say TikTok person for TikTok and you man. And the lawyer no contact. And the person one lawyer na kasa o question person obisa na. The WhatsApp number be two screen so make off from TikTok. Go bet me after because I number when you two screen so pay. Na TikTok for no more you quick me who want him back be crowd that. Omo you quick omo the say no motive. Omo say we be fufra TikTok. Omo yeah. Enti WhatsApp number na screen so ma activate bet me be say lawyer question. But lawyer before me call so no me be me for questions me be bebre aba. Ai bebre okay you take it there once I can be need to pick it off.
Hey, one would you know my wife beats me. My wife beats me. Okay, sorry, why? I say highlight. Is it mandated to pay the health surcharge of 2587 if you have your own health insurance? Yes, it is mandatory. It is compulsory for you to pay the health surcharge, even if you have your own health insurance. But so there's a second part to that question. I haven't taken that one.
Meba. On Santa, me that's all kind of now, meba.
Yeah.
Me pick it random, meba. I think you know what does. But I like pick a course in the way now. Yeah, me want back. Pick a course in the way. Hello.
Hello.
Mbato lawyer tell why.
Aha. Mpacho, me didn't see Moses Billy, me call it pay Kumasi Manso Quanta.
Hello.
Lawyer tell.
Aha. Me, the enemy say, but I don't know if I'm permitted to speak English.
Opa Cabrofo. Tell.
Okay.
You want?
Okay. Like my point is, you see, majority of we Ghanaians, because we were privileged and the opportunity was there, we have now tried.
Oh, DJ.
Even pass through the system, most especially like the lawyer now Recano. The aspect of people coming to Ghana and getting pregnant, going back, trying to use that right so that they'll get the passport for their children. It's very bad. It's very bad. The question is say, I know after you high school, no, but the home country because we are always online reading and doing research, especially about the school riots. No. What are some of the ways and some of the things that we can put in place to also make our ends meet, or also meet the standard, how do you call it, requirement for we the undergraduates to come to UK?
Okay. Then as it no obey you no.
Thank you. Very good question. Thank you. I hope you're good. I hope you're doing well, and I wish you all the best in the future. You come across as a very knowledgeable person, and I wish you all the best. I hope to see you in the UK one day very soon. Now, if you finish the SHS or of course you want to come to the university, you can search for uni. I know of an institution or I know of a body that helps to get a college or university for you. Now, with that, you would have to meet the financial requirements in terms of building your account for 28 days. First of all, they will assist you to get a university, get the course you want to offer. You want to read. Of course, it has to be a course that of interest to you, and then they will help you, take you through the process. You get your admission after you've built your account and you've got your caps. And with that, you are then able to come for your first degree. It is possible. I know of an institution in Ghana. I think I will try to retrieve it. If you can, call me after this program or WhatsApp me. I would refer you to that body to see how best they can help you. I think the best way for young men now to come to the UK is to come to study. But when you come, make sure you go to study because if you don't go to the university, your visa will be revoked and your life becomes very miserable. So yes, call me after the program. My mobile number is 079 31411 042. 079 and let me make a referral for you. Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Okay, on the program no before I end no head then I'll go number no. Enti next call am pa tolo ya ti o.
Pacho, Lawyer Pacho, good evening. No,
Good evening.
me Pacho, we de nyamisha woni DJ mojuma pa moye. Na we de and that's na me first day ma. I think say February na Kemi Becca regarding in for naturalization no.
Yes.
Obe advice say I was fast. There are some Ghanaians are young indefinite na. Me ya to ya and I was fast because but me who waiting, I speed up and then I'm to be a camanti. With them, me frada only DJ say, Juma pa moye.
Oh,
Say,
I see.
time here, my waist to be an Yaminangata and say,
Thank you.
then I really thank God said, them makes me a British because it's not easy. I've been in this country for 11 years. Me indefinitely
Wow,
2020.
wow, wow, wow.
Oh, naturalization, boy, and I don't renew my indefinite. But February now, you know, say, no matter my life in the UK long time, 2023, me yeah, and the quick ja. Bibia me the assistance in the that matter. So no if put to a move to ye that's a payam
Wow. Wow. Thank you. That's it. That's it. But lawyer, you see, when I make us information, no, who say OTA no, information, very important. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, lawyer, tell why.
Hello. Good evening, DJ.
Good evening.
My question is, lawyer, oh, US, the US is in a buyer now. Past US is in Kenya. I mean, because what's the annual restrictions and home so which marriage you must be 20 hours to yeah. Now you're bra, they have any effect also. And I said, and I mean that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Before me, no. Yes, sister, I will pray about the British passport. No, I've just checked. So for British passports, you can go to 186 countries and territories without a visa. 186 countries and territories without a visa. And this is British passport. No, it's like an oyster card to the world. And they make sure you travel small, relax, go and chill small. Now that you got your British passport, man, you find chill back months now throughout to it's to Kakra. I mean, go to Jamaica, go to Barbados, go to Brazil, have some fun, enjoy the British passport. Enjoy the British citizenship. Thank you. That's by the way. Right, my brother. DJ. Okay. So
Answer me, person go pick you about the answer we I am picking a scholar.
let me answer.
Yeah, hello.
Jinaso,
So,
Jinaso. Lawyer answer guy back.
yes, sir.
Yo.
Who was COS? Not who you 20 hours. The law says 20 hours. We are more than that. It can affect you. My advice there, sir, the original sponsor, not any Ejima Mawa. So over to me, get another sponsor. I know it's not easy. I know it's tough. But if you can get a sponsor that can get you work, you are better off than risking it just hanging on the 20 hours or more with a sponsor that is with an additional work. But yeah, please, if you can, get another sponsor and move on to that one. The reason I'm saying this is we are 20 hours this and that's with 2 years and now 3 years and now 5 years so now over for a renewal. You can't renew because you haven't complied with the conditions under which the original COS was issued. So please, don't waste time. 2 years will come like that, 3 years will come like that, 5 years will come like that, and you haven't prepared. That can be a problem for you. All right, thank you. Next question, please. Yeah.
Okay, boss, it's you.
Let me kaka.
It's you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. No, good evening. Because we differ a friend that na me pese me differ a friend that me en crack on what some what I mean
Okay, so, okay.
Okay. I don't say a friend the
Yes.
no ha but me the same back. But me no or buy or the nyem na buy. And nyem na buy. But later on me in crack man. In narrative. But to say no akase or begin indefinitely to remain. But only jumada. Nti menim sɛ so me sɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ indefinite no ama no a anaasɛ ama ma yɛ confused kakra.
Then you're confused. Some men are more 5 years now.
Hello,
But
Utieno.
no one pala bɛ
Utieno, I said I've been a woman 5 years now.
ɔmo ma no 5 years no what do you call it ɔmo ma no 5 years no ɔnya me 5 years no 2020 no nya 5 years 2020.
Okay, 2020. So that is gone. It's 5 years now. Now, and yen the Juma or yeah, and any man at it now. The fact that or yeah, a family member of Wolf are we you national. Now, so Obet Nyak was not come here for 5 years. Why you Jimo? 1 year Jimo. Obet Nyak for 5 years, sir. Obenyani indefinitely. A very day now I train. Area 1 year Juma. Now, so or GP. Obviously, the GP records now are ever for the last 5 years. I know there is sufficient evidence I said was not from her for 5 years. And for our bank account, which is active. Obviously, I requested for the bank account for the last 5 years from the bank. And every year, they have a way of compressing it. Almost compressing money, even though it's 5 years, they can compress it not yet very, very tiny. You can also use that to prove that what's not come up for 5 years. So I would say that it's not the work, and then it's yet, but the proof that what's not come up for 5 years. If you can show that we are application now, get any indefinite. We'll say when anyone more France, you make me the more birth certificate. In the United States, the kids were born in the UK. Only from her, she couldn't have given back to those kids in this country. So you can use that also as proof that she's been in the UK for the past 5 years.
Hello, next call I'm Batolo at you.
Me patro you. What you mean?
Yes.
Me patro, me question is similar to Niawu answer Sisiano.
Right.
Me family, ye free, ye kita EU passport, any ye buy ye. Now, maybe say, if we want to change, what is the fastest way? Apart from say, we 5 years, no when you're permanent settlement, and no penny because I say, wow, mommy dodo.
And unfortunately, you have no shortcuts. You have to go through the process. 5 years, indefinite British citizenship. Obia, but now from her 20 years old, 25 years, I've been on your 2.5. And my sister, oh, you get there. Why? You know, DJ.
Hello, Mbato, lawyer Theo.
If I show material additional if I show my question is say me name again how me that me so like maybe indefinite but me name again you all let me back now miss my 6 months me person me who said 6 months pay slip me make me be here wa bra me kuta P60
Assistant na oyire ewo.
What's saying? I'll say assistant Ben now.
or British book
Also, British.
All right, and now oyire na di buy into would indefinite friends saying. Yeah, Ben, I'll buy him. I mean, besides, yeah, Ben.
Also, here Ben, I'll buy. I think someone told me, so I need to repeat. Also, here Ben, I'll buy.
Oh, me buy me fan is about 20 May of November. Me fan say about 2020 somewhere November.
And yeah, who under the old system, which is the 18,600 pounds, I say, an hour. And in your case, so we now now you mix the 18,600 pounds. That is enough. Over their application, what it was 6 months pay slips. As long as the 6 months pay slips times 2 is going to be more than 18,600, you are okay. 6 months pay slip, 6 months bank statement. No P60, only P65, and yet problem. P60 is not compulsory. And no pair, and I would count. 6 months pay slips, 6 months bank statement. You need a letter from your employer which will show that you earn 18,600 pounds or more in a year. While your life in the UK test, while your English language test level B1, with all the evidence that says so when your banner that's so ethic together for at least the past 2 years, you should get your indefinite leave to remain. And now because we're in a British name, we now with indefinite and now it's not we can apply for British citizenship under section 601 of the British Nationality Act 1981. So you shouldn't have too much a problem as long as you meet the 18,600 pounds plus the other supporting evidence.
Okay. Next caller about your Theo, lawyer Theo.
Lawyer Patometia Onedidi.
Yes,
Yeah, you also.
Pato na me worry you na manya settlement be aware ni hobby na me bisa se ya jai no esa ya inform home office ana.
Yes, ideally, wait to me, I inform home office. So, share some of the cover letters now home office for everyone. Almost if your circumstances change, you have to inform the home office. Some people don't. It's not a big deal. Who can worry you more? Who decide divorce certificate never come. But who can I would say go online, go to Google and enter inform home office of breakdown in relationship. Inform home office of breakdown in relationship. Inform home office of breakdown in relationship. If you enter the link, click that link, you can or you can post it to them, a copy of the certificate to them. So It's yes, just inform them. Normal who said you are now by yourself, no longer a married couple. Yes. Kakri Prince. Hello, Prince. How long can it take for children who are staying in the UK but were born in Ghana to acquire British passport? It depends. Now, if the child or the children came to join their parents, now we want to know, is the mother or the father on 2.5 years limited leave to remain? I'll give you two scenarios. One, under paragraph 297 of the immigration rules, if only one parent is here and he is got indefinite leave to remain, the child will come with indefinite leave to enter. So take note of that. If the parent who is here, one parent, is in the UK, that parent has indefinite, or that parent is a British citizen, and the children or the child comes to join that parent, they would issue that child indefinite leave to enter, not to remain, but to enter. Now, if the child is under 13 years, normally there is no timeline, maybe a year. If the child is between 13 to 15, they look for around 2 years. If the child is more than that, they look for a little longer, let's say 3 years. But once they hit 17 and 18, they have to be here for 5 years. So there are different requirements at different ages. Under 13, not really too much of a problem. It can be after a year or two. From 13 upwards, they need 2 years at least. 3 years. From 17 and above, very likely they want the child to turn 18. And then you have to be here for 5 years before they get their citizenship. That is one category. Also, that is under paragraph 297. But if you go to appendix FM section EC-C, when one parent is settled and the other parent has has 2.5 years to come, the child will have to get, or the child will get the 2.5 years that the other parent has, not the British or the indefinite. They will get the 2.5 years just like their mother or their father. They will have to apply with that parent to get their indefinite before they go for their citizenship. And of course, it takes a different timeline. So I need to know specifically what category they are in. Did they come under 297 or did they come under appendix FM section EC-C? And then I can tell you exactly or how long, I give an idea as to how long they'll be here before they get the indefinite and citizenship after that.
Next caller, lawyer too.
Okay, dear, I'm ready. I'm lawyer. I know in my part more than I'm sure. You've already answered the question, but I can't say. But the program, you're a boy in it. Now, yeah, no matter yeah, type message. Yeah, mostly you were to me your call.
Okay.
Yeah, I type that receiving a response.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, my question is. The question is, with the indefinite by 2022, 5-year visa route. Now, my visa no granted on the 16th of October 2022. Now, me enter UK 5th November 2022. But me visa registration, almost expire on the 28th of July 2027. I mean, the lawyer said, mistake and answer next year because the sign there after expire. May then apply for me indefinite.
If I told us what's my date need you more? When did you enter?
I say my date need you more. Date, you know.
Okay, me yeah, grantee me visa on the passport me 16th October 2022.
Okay.
Now me enter UK 5th. Okay, we figure na 5th, the 6th November 2022.
Okay.
But me expiring date on the e-visa here on the 28th of July 2027. Because I am confused.
Okay, now obey you one.
Yeah, don't worry. Now what happens is you came as a spouse of an EU national, I believe, because you are talking about 5 years. You don't have to You your 5 years start from the date you entered the UK. 5 years start from the date you enter the UK. So if you entered the 6th of November 2022, it means you have up to the 6th of November 2027. But if you are giving to July 2027, it means there's a shortfall somewhere. Now, if that happens, you either contact the Home Office for them to make the correction, or you can just hang on. In fact, I would advise you to contact them to make the correction because there's a shortfall in between. There's a shortfall of about 4 months that can affect you. It is 5 years from the date you entered, and that's the 6th of November 2022 to the 6th of November 2027. So if they are giving up to 28th of July 2027, it means there's a shortfall of 4 months. You have to contact them to amend or to correct the error. Sometimes they make errors, so you can contact them to make that correction. Otherwise, if you want to wait, you can wait. When it is getting to the end of the time, you can apply, but don't do the quick one. You can do the standard one. You wait for 4 months. When the 4 months is up, you apply to vary it again. But that is a long route, so please contact the Home Office to make the changes so that they can amend the time for you so you don't fall short of the expiry date. Yeah.
Okay. Next call our lawyer to you.
All right. Lawyer, good evening.
Good evening, Papa.
The patrol, the amendment person will be say, with the COS needing a buy. And I may ban on the bit for made COS so as me. And I'm a wife from so I'm no ayate. So no so new being a buy and or no doubt will be for the answer as Nikun. And then I'm patient with Bisa say, see, I'm a name no ayate. How I am a wife or no doubt will be for the answer. Menene wa let him the main COS no apply ama akra no na my wife no so no so situation there then.
Okay. The lawyer will obey you and why.
All right.
DJ.
Lawyer, over to you.
Big Patrol, Papa.
But because I didn't say no, because one thing is say, be lawyer won't say program we are starting. I feel a new faces here. I feel a do all name. But me the minimum na. Almost share that the lawyer no connection question. So when we start the connection that. Oh, you are no.
In fact, DJ, question now. Question now beside you know. Me just saw your number. Question no main here and say Mr. The office number and I give a mobile number now. Na we are from me because we are in the next few minutes. I'm going to another meeting. From me. Na sign this deal because then you will be saying no main here and say. Mentioning my answer to question I meant here. Mr. Me just say what's it? Massive. DJ, Pato, me just say what you must sentiment.
Next caller, me pass it to you. What is no way through? Who you do then? Who sounds free, Diana? Disconnect time. Lawyer out in Inga.
Break it.
Okay, it's you.
When I already knew my wife, the family before and my apply for application, my structure.
Oh, sister, okay. Line, DJ, but what's the question, maybe?
I say, the customer which meaning say on Ben phone and I say, but I say, yeah, people now are disconnecting a casa direct to the phone. Why? Because the question is Anthony you.
Okay. Yes.
What's you?
With you.
Now, you can cover my wife because before I made application, I sent you report and some application now.
Oh, yes. You and me were really you at the same time. And just say, Ujai Awaria and Sana. You have to be free from one relationship before you can move to another relationship. So what worry and I would have to a warrior, then as a set ugu sawari and Sana over to me, I worry over before. Maybe send me a war worry no. Also spouse visa, you want to switch. Maybe you say or a British citizen and our indefinite and our settlement. Maybe you say or maybe the required financial requirements of £29,000. Maybe you say what year with degree, you have the degree certificate of course, and I believe the tenancy agreement or accommodation to prove that you have enough accommodation for yourself and your husband. I believe that the pay slips are required, bank statements are required, evidence of relationship is required, proof of address, and all those things are available. If you can meet all of those, then certainly you can switch without any difficulty. So, but you got to be divorced first before you can marry somebody else. Thank you.
Me bato lawyer tio. Yetio.
Okay, but so the lawyer say ni obi beye aware anase bibisa anase home office bibisa mo transaction ho nkoma sika dodo say no mo expect say bi abosu ni bia at least or say mo transfer ma mo ho anase aha partner no as a partners mo send ma mo ho ansa na bia o mo begia tum aha
There is no requirement. There is no requirement set over transfer sika ama uyiri and now we transfer sika ama ukun. And no for sometimes they can misconstrue that. Look, these people they are looking for something to base a refusal on. Transfer I mean, they can turn everything around. For all you know, that is not it. Mama can say, look, because our ending our financial there is no requirement set over transfer seeker. There's no requirement set of one transfer seeker. Now, what you need to build is the evidence of a genuine and subsistent relationship. It can be your messages, it can be your WhatsApp messages, it can be phone calls, it can be proof of address. If you're living together, it can be gas, water, electricity, TV license, broadband, it can be bank statements. These things will show that you are living together. That is if you are living together. If you are not living together, of course, the messages and stuff come through, but there is no requirement set if you transfer money. If you do, that is fine. Maybe you just want to support the other party, but there is no law which says you have to transfer money to your partner to pay if you get a relationship. That's the kind of transfer na on bet me done I can say who can to get married to you. These people are capable of doing that.
Okay, next caller, lawyer tio.
Okay, lawyer, good evening. Patrick from Nanaya. Patrick, quick question. I'm just going to be my friend. Well, apply for naturalization, a money back over 3 years. Now, when you approval email, no, I think when you're on the last month, up till now, so when you certificates no on the inbox, like me fee email. How long does it take for someone to receive certificates after the approval email? And the second question is say a bar and then as you apply for passport now or both follow some procedures we need.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I am and that registration. Your registration only how to say I called directly for the British passport. The procedure now maybe also no. My registration, they don't have too much problem with that. And the approval of the registration of the child as a British citizen. Usually, normally within a matter of days, except for maybe a week, na almost the certificate number. So, Maya, if you follow up, let me have my office on Monday. I'm a man telephone number who have the registration center. I'm on the reference number. Say, look, the approval has been given, but the certificate hasn't arrived. I'm sure they will be able to work on it for you. When your certificate now, go online, apply for the British passport for the child, send the child's British birth certificate, the registration certificate, and I think one other document. send it to them. You charge to get a British passport. Almost different from near or Burma, a British passport, Namani Bana, great. And they are different from Oma registration to send you. Thank you. We can take one or two more questions. I need to jump.
Next caller, lawyer too.
Lawyer, good evening.
Good evening.
This question be concerning me.
Okay.
Me ba me na 13 months here. Now only 4 months no na ye na application. If I follow 3 settlement status so. But then I na letter free home office they almost refuse me because you don't meet the criteria with the bank. And the grandfather or the first no to EU scheme, but then our has say da. He said the grandfather so documents but still no more refuse scheme.
Application.
But almost appeal and they are, but I want to know more about the reason why it's so refusing.
Application ban or no?
I'll say application ban or no.
Yeah. The papa of free settlement status in Tanibina.
Okay. Okay. And we are British passport, Mabopano, citizenship.
I'll say, and I'm a British passport, I'm a Colana, citizenship, another.
No, citizenship. We're just applying for the child. Say, I won't, I will say any application. It's never had any cover. They call apply man.
Application ben amuyema abufana.
Otra, or say application ben amuyema akwalano. Obeso who know who the obeka.
Under EU scheme, no.
Okay. Sir, ni papa abufana wo. Ni papa of pre-settled status based on only papa and only mame. Based on the papa and mame and based on our area. I need to know.
Maybe they need to on a sort of fraud after the program or something. Naman match.
Okay. Our pre-settled status based on our area. Any Nipanos man near Nipapa one. Our pre-settled status based on Nipapa. Any Abufana as a man near Nipapa one. Our pre-settled status based on Nimamia. Then it has to be so. Now it depends on when the child was born. On some occasions, if the child was born after Brexit, the requirements are different. If the child was born before Brexit, the requirements are different. So I need to know that. I believe, based on your canon, I suspect that the child was born after Brexit. I need to see that. But in any case, said Yampa Manimpua, said Nipapanya indefinitely pet, or bet me register as a British straight away rather than offer for free settled status and unsettled status. Go straight for British citizenship if the father eventually gets his indefinitely improvement. Did I take one more question?
You take me back to you and find out.
Hello. Okay, DJ Vidasi. Lawyer, but you tell me now. The friends or the student in the buy, the one is September, no, 18 years old. Buy no school, no, that time you are really. Oh yeah, no more if you no, or more for the are not many young Cassania wife of Antinenzo Coin. Yeah, or address somebody and I'm auntie if he, me auntie, or see according to the castle will calm somebody by means don't go prove James who can or panicking or as on TV or no more if you see no. But you see, I couldn't obia wow now on any necessity. But not opposite can get me money, but get into a benefit to pursue the Captain say, I say, only penalty benefit don't mean find your man, but any penny indefinitely say. Because on this year, if now being 18 years, September, no 18 years. Into another option, I say, on paying for 20-year route, and now I say the advice for no. I say, lawyer, maybe I'm waiting with my.
All right, okay. Really, questions we did here, and idea difficult to answer. Anyway, two options. Option one, and it's say we were in a relationship with Abu Frey Mamia. Now they can show that there's a genuine relationship. They are living together as a couple. If they are married, almost 2 years living together. Okay. If they are married, original application is straight away. Almost 2 years cohabitation. That is what we normally ask. And the original application. In fact, say Obanaji benefit, no, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that they are in a relationship. The number 10-year root so it doesn't matter at all. So Obanaji benefit, the benefit is still not take because the benefit man as a single parent as a say all in a relationship on your single view and the benefit no as so effective. That is that side. The second option is that over to me I 2 years no 18 years no one or 20 years how they are an application. But whichever way I think you will eventually get it anyway. Yeah, I would be I would be it depends on the documents. So I have strong evidence that I'll go for my partner and my stepchild whilst I am waiting towards the 20 years non-residence as well.
Okay, lawyer. My main just say time now so. But
Yes.
comment section or questions be prepare.
DJ, is it possible to save these questions for the next time, or once the program is over, it goes away?
Oh, when the program is over, it will go.
Yeah, because,
But what, no, it will be at the comment section.
okay.
So many times it will be live on at the comment section, your YouTube channel comment section.
All right, because I have to start another.
It will be on YouTube. It will be on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, yes, sir. Said me all the questions are being I am to me on the channel. Next week, DJ, I'll take only questions. You'll be a line effect. I won't do any updates. Straight we take questions and then I can answer all the questions. I am so sorry, but I have to dash into another program right now. DJ, oh, premise.
But I think some of the questions in the bar and also no. Some of the questions we go through, I think the same people called. So anyway, with Zamakao, the time I saw Mamu saying, lawyer, office location, Mamu saying what TikTok, I am on YouTube, I want to be information no more. SBTV Africa, join here or YouTube, I will subscribe here, subscribe, send me a live, or question, then will be a lawyer. Lawyer with Zamakao office in London, Dawson Junction, McDonald's, Big Mac, where? This is not to office location. I mean, that's
it. DJ, that's it. Next week, I promise, we will do questions. So every question that hasn't been answered, please take note of it. Ask again, and we'll take questions. We'll take phone calls, and I'm sure that we can cover everything. I do my DJ. So when are we meeting in Studio C?
See the they are in local base now.
Yeah, local base,
Local base, there's something you how.
Mate.
Una my who say yes, and you over Studio C.
Okay. Mate, yo, Avia, you went to Studio C. What did they hear?
Lawyer can you say Ofi, boom, this might be champion man from Studio A, Studio B, or say about Studio C. Anyway, no, you be champion man.
Oh, okay. Wise must says 18 to 22 Ashfield Street, 8 to 9 the Print House. You are Dawson Junction. You're Bank Dawson Market. No, you are behind the McDonald's. Telephone number is 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Mobile number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. My brother did this question be about TOS and Obano Baku away to Mr. Question that and yet clear for me. Yeah, if I may go, I'm going to another program. So call me tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Call me tomorrow at 3 o'clock UK time. I'm sure I'll be able to respond to your questions. For Premier, I'll be able to go through, I'll ask some more questions and see how best we can help you. And now, maybe we meet in the office and I can direct you as to what to do and what not to do. The question wasn't clear at all. I hope that Ute may catch on us, say, Mommy. Wise man, We are there to help. DJ, thank you so much. You're behind the McDonald's, Dawson Junction. Do what? Call the office number 0208 0165 384. Yami, at the end, that's a neighbor essential. Next week, Nyadogo. Mau Wamio, Mono week, or market, or look, money than your kata.
So, lawyer Motumi Onu. Lawyer Wisdom Macau.
Motuni.
Lawyer Wisdom Macau na muti straight from Wiseman Solicitors. Every Fridays be amene no ha say from 5:30 to 7. 5:30 no. Meme wa Ghana into Ghana 5:30 mo UK na 6:30. 5:30 to 7. Madam I say mo join here. Mo want to answer my question or comment section so no mo fan che. I hope say for course no kama nyame aduma say no kai next week no. There were questions no ebe to or no wa answer mo ntem. Madam I say mo share and omo share omo share bibi film omo nya information very important but I will say information is the key. And I want to omo pay information ebe dada omo say na say any possible any juma ni ade na so you say na lo tie we mu bi say you o dey say wontimi nya mpatie na nya idea no. So no be ka bibi a chewa on mislead you on that down. Information na wo tie. Oh. Anyway, omo aso ebitie. Me dem answer mo share. Mo subscribe to your channel, mo follow you on Facebook so mo follow you on YouTube because Honor server action be day. Ene many obinda akon ene audition ba mo ngohwe on YouTube. Mo share no. Ebe bie wadwem. Nsema ye kan ebe shape you. Mongo she many obinda akon many Salisu di nkomo UK. Fantastic. Me had them try say me the idea be ba obetimi nya fela bi film. To the mechia to help you. Madam I say more aso ebeti. Madam production team I say shout out to omo joining class ni nyina Augustine. Yes, Smicky. Yeah, Smicky Deborah. Thank you so much. Ernest obeying me that say, yeah, Asare me that say Prince Kofi. Thank you so much. King Money me that say, Kofi Prince me that say, Mpoku me that say some joining. Jefferson me that say, some joining here. Ben Mizzle. Hey, people get name more. Let's see now, me that some join here. Kakari Prince, me that say. Echo, thank you so much for joining. Mama joining class, no, me that say. Priceless, me that say. Ebenezer, Caesar, me that say. African Saints, thank you so much. Robert, me that say. Apia, me that say. Kojo, you see me that say so much. Richard Sego, thank you so much. Don Kobina, me that say. Okay, my wife beats me. Me that say so join here. Kwame Kusi, thank you so much for joining. Every Mom's Hub, thank you so much for joining. Vivian, me that say. Maxwell, thank you so much. Charles Listowo, thank you so much, bro. Prince, me that say joining. Joseph Winfred, me that say. Citizen, me that say joining. Messi Boate, me that say. Papa K, thank you so much for joining. Salome, Kwe, me that say joining. Big ups to you, Salo. Sule, thank you so much. Yabu Akojo, thank you so much. Danny, me that say joining here. Citizen, thank you so much. Citizen what? Eso, thank you so much. Ebenezer Boate, me that say Tess, me that so much. So mo joining here. Charles, love, thank you so much for joining. Ernest Obing Boachi, thank you so much. Nanajua, thank you so much. Michael, thank you so much. Zarak Homeboy, thank you so much. Pius Wafo, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I think so. Mama Obia, shout out Ebenezer Boateng, thank you so much. Peter Usu, me that say. Abigail Ado, thank you so much. Mo joining yen nyina no. Mo share videos on YouTube. And the videos about videos be brave. Mo share be. Na mo share video link. No person ba me show no so bia. Me numbers the whole screen so they be able to WhatsApp me and say okay YouTube me numbers go. Two numbers or WhatsApp me and say your voice note. And how on frame me there me customer service for calls the nyejuma. But WhatsApp message and as a voice note me responding to you. Me da say Shamu Kruma ka say tua. Na ma jesu tutua. Baby Cobra, big up to you. You are late, yeah. Henry Hayford, thank you so much. Kennedy Echampong, thank you so much. Big ups. Hey, Kwame Daf, what happened? Anyami? Togbe Abalia. Anyami? Don't worry. So, Madam, I say, we go meet. Fisher movie, I can say two.
With Airbnb in Dansoman Estate, Accra is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at Ingrishi, Amankron, 15 minutes to the Wiggy Toll and the West Hills Mall going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.